ロサンゼルスドジャースの大谷翔平投手は、日本時間7月31日、敵地シンシナティで行われたレッズ戦に2番投手兼 DH として先発出場しました。初回、大谷は2本のヒットを浴びて先制点を許す苦しい立ち上がり。続く2回も2本のヒットを打たれながら、なんとか無失点で切り抜けます。3回は三者凡退に抑え、立ち直りを見せたかに思われましたが、視界に異変が発生。先頭打者にヒットを許し、続く打者の打席では2球連続で暴投。ノーアウト3塁のピンチを招き、さらにストレートの死球を出したところで、デーブ・ロバーツ監督がマウンドへ向かい、大谷は予定していた4回を投げ切ることなく、緊急降板となりました。球団は試合後、大谷の降板理由について、筋肉の痙攣によるものと発表しています。この出来事は試合後も大きな注目を集め、大谷本人やロバーツ監督がその件についてコメントを残しました。その模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
All right, it's going to be Shohei Ohtani getting the start on the mound today while also hoping to flush away an 0-for-5 game at the plate last night when he struck out 4 times. Kirsten Watson is at Great American Ballpark, and she joins us live with more on Shohei pulling double duty again tonight in Cincinnati. Hi, Kirsten.
Hi, John. Well, if we look at just the offensive side of Shohei Ohtani's game recently, we have been seeing a little bit more swing and miss than we are used to seeing. Dave Roberts today, he talked about just that, and also talked about just what the recovery plan is for Shohei Ohtani moving forward and how they're trying to put him up next to these off days.
I think, right now, obviously the hope is and plan is for him to get through 4 innings, this one, and as well as the next one. Hot, humid, we'll see how he is. But, yeah, I think at some point we'll get to the 5-inning threshold, but I just don't know, when that would be.
There seems to be more swing and miss. He's on pace for over 190 strikeouts. What do you believe is the reason for so many strikeouts?
There were times last year where I feel I saw more check down swings and the ability to get a base hit to left field. To drive in a run, or when facing a tough left-handed pitcher, to check down, to see the ball a little bit longer, to get a knock the other way, where I'm just not seeing that as much. It's sort of all or nothing. It's a big swing, and I think for me is, when you're taking big swings, you're certainly opening yourself up to more chase. So that's probably the biggest adjustment I've seen, or the biggest reason for the punch.
So for Shohei Ohtani today, the plan is for him to get through 4 innings of work. And even I asked, with some efficiency, things like that, would they be willing to push him into that 5th? But Dave Roberts has been very adamant that they're taking a slower but intentional place when it comes to Shohei and his buildup. So this start, as well as his next one, it is going to be just those 4 innings of work, and then they'll start to work up to that 5th inning of work. Behind him, we do have Emmett Sheehan, who is available today. And so we could be seeing a piggyback situation, or even Dave has recently talked about a more traditional just bullpen behind him because they feel comfortable just as to where that buildup is at the moment, guys.
And you always look forward to Ohtani taking the ball, and every time he does, you get to see a little bit more of him. 4 innings coming up tonight.
I went 46 pitches his last time out. We'll probably see more this time. He's never pitched here in Cincinnati, so I'm excited to see that. But also, anytime Ohtani is taking the ball, knowing that he's hitting and pitching in a game, you just don't take it for granted.
The showstopper taking the mound today for the 7th time as a Dodger. Shohei Ohtani's gone 3 innings in each of his last 2 starts. Dave Roberts says the plan is for him to go 4 today in Cincinnati. Jerry, his buildup continues. He's been really good in his first 6 outings. Didn't have any rehab outings in the minor leagues, of course.
Yeah, he has been outstanding. The big thing that I've really been impressed with has been his command. The control has been there. That needs to continue there at this ballpark, especially with that team, the Reds. They're an athletic team. They can run the bases pretty well. More importantly, command the strike zone, pitch deep in the ball game. Pitch count maybe somewhere in the ballpark, 50 to 60 pitches.
Yeah, hopefully he gets those 4 innings that Dave Roberts was talking about. I know Dave Roberts was asked if he's efficient, do you let him go longer? And he's like, no. Obviously, they have a plan for him, and they're going to stick to it. And I think that's right. Obviously, we need Shohei healthy. We need him throughout the entire season. They know that. And I think when you have some guys potentially coming off, with Snell coming off, and then you're moving guys maybe potentially from out of the starting rotation into the bullpen, like Emmett Sheehan, you have some room to play with to make sure sure that he can kind of stay on this path they have him on.
We saw him in that last start, Nomar, where he allows a home run in the first inning. Then he hits a 2-run home run in the bottom of the first inning. He's capable of doing that. He's going to try to flush away what was a rough night for him at the plate last night as well.
Yeah, you wouldn't like him when he's angry, and that's exactly what he can do. But the key from yesterday, he was just in swing mode. I don't think he was able to really see the pitches really well, Lodolo, at all. So hopefully that's gone. Make adjustments today.
Tonight is a new night for the big show.
All right, time to talk about tonight's game. Shohei Ohtani scheduled to go 4 innings for the first time.
Joe, I get so excited anytime Shohei Ohtani takes the mound. Never done it here in Cincinnati. And the biggest thing is being able to see him continue to go more and more. Hoping to get 4 innings pitched from him. But anytime he's swinging the bat and pitching in a game, you don't take it for granted.
All right, Kirsten, down to you.
Yeah, Joe, well, because it is a bit of a hot and sticky one down here in Cincinnati, Dave Roberts said that they're not going to push Shohei Ohtani. So as you all mentioned, the plan is only for 4 innings. And he's going to do that in his next outing as well before he's ready to build up to that 5-inning mark. But they've been really pleased with how things are going. And he's got the support of the bullpen behind him. It does sound like Emmett Sheehan, who's online today, could be in a piggybacking situation, but Dave Roberts does feel good about any leverage that's needed today, guys.
You know, he's so unique as a two-way player, but as a competitor, you have to take some of that with you game to game, regardless of what position you play.
He's going to have his chip on his shoulder, probably more on the mound, because he's going to get a couple opportunities to go out there, and you know he's going to hit. So I'm a little concerned about him offensively tonight after what happened last night, but we'll get to see him. Well, I guess we'll see him before he... What a unicorn.
What a unicorn.
This guy's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is unbelievable.
I hope he gets hammered.
Good to see him. Yeah. Good to see. But good to see him here. I like the schedule where it sets up where you get to see players like this in your own ballpark on a more regular basis than in the past.
Overthrown by Ohtani here, and Marte is going to go into scoring position. It's another wild pitch. And not a pretty start to this inning. Play that could have been made by Freeland. Wild pitch, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
This is just a two-seam. Gets away from Shohei. First of all, it's a pitch he wanted to throw inner half. Yanks it away for Will Smith.
Infield plays halfway with a 2-0 count on Stevenson. Ohtani fires and misses in, ball 3. Stevenson 1 for 6 in this series with 5 Ks, but a 3-0 count and a 4-pitch walk.
You got to remember, too, first time Shohei is thrown in the 4th inning. I know he's easing into this progression. He's definitely more off this inning than we've seen. That's why the conversation between Mark Pryor and Dave Roberts.
Reaching 50 pitches for the first time this year here in his 7th game. At the corners, the hitters steer. Middle infielders move back, and Ohtani badly misses again.
Oh, glove side, too. Yanking both his fastballs, the 4-seam and the 2-seam. Which is so interesting because he had that pitch dialed the first 3 innings.
2-0. Anthony Banda. Dave Roberts is coming out. Make a change right here. Thomas Albert coming out as well. It has not looked right in this inning.
He looks a lot more frustrated, but also like he's grinding to try to find the strike zone. Everything missing on the same side.
Yeah, they're going to change to Banda. And you hope that it's as much, this is uncharted territory here, 51 pitches, starting to go sideways, something doesn't feel quite right, as opposed to this being a real injury.
Doesn't feel like that. Feels more like being careful, extra careful, just getting them out.
For Shohei Ohtani on the mound, 7th start of the season. The plan was for him to go 4 innings. Couldn't get through the 4th inning, but really it started here in the 1st inning. You can see him kind of tapping on his right side there, and all we're being told by the Dodgers, it was cramps.
Well, remember, we're in Cincinnati. I'm telling you guys, it's so humid there in that ballpark. July, August, it gets so muggy there. And Shohei, obviously being a hitter as well in this series, dealing with maybe dehydrations that may have led to cramps there. Good thing is, that's what he's saying, and he stayed in the ballgame. He pitched well the first 3 innings. That 4th inning, This was very uncharacteristic. I mean, he missed bad. I mean, bad glove side there. Obviously, Will Smith unable to make those plays. So, stays in the game. That's the most important part. I believe it is just cramps. That's unfortunate. In that fourth inning, he just couldn't find the zone because of those cramps.
Yeah, you could tell he was looking off. You could tell he was just kind of uncomfortable the entire game. But like you said, the important thing was he did stay in the game. It was really bad. They were taking him out. You would have had somebody else step in on the offensive side. But, you know, we'll hear more. And then really, you know, he's get a day off, which is nice, too, to recover. And then we'll see how it is over in the next series. But at the same time, you know, you just hope that everything's okay. And it looks like everything is. Yeah.
Shohei, we know you came out of this game dealing with some cramps. When did you start feeling it in your outing, just considering you were quite efficient really through those first, 2, 3 innings?
初回からそうですね、感じてはいましたけど、なんとか、だましだまし、はい、3回ぐらいまではいけてたんですけど、最後はちょっとなかなか難しかったなと思います。
When it comes to your build-up, do you think that this is a disruption in it, or do you still feel like with today's outing, you're still moving in the right direction?
いや、球数を投げれたのはいいところかなとは思うので、はい、交代するということはないと思いますし、ただ昨日今日ちょっと体調が良くないので、しっかりとまずは明日の休み挟んで体調を戻してから次の登板のスケジュールが決まるのかなと思います。
Where did you feel the cramps the most?
臀筋のあたりですね、右の。
Shohei, how were you able to stay in the game to DH with the cramping?
そうですね、守備にもちろんつくわけではないですし、はい、試合もまだまだ競ってはいたので、もちろん打席に立ってチームに貢献するっていうのがまず一つの仕事かなと思っています。
Did the cramping affect what pitches you were throwing? You were throwing a lot of sweepers tonight. Were you trying to stay away from the fastball? Did it affect what you were throwing?
球種っていうよりはあんまり沈み込まないように、本当に本格的に釣らないようにというか、悪ければ手で投げるような感じでは投げてたかなと思います。
Have you dealt with this before, or was it just, do you think, a result of the heat and the humidity?
右のお尻はあんまりないですかね。どちらかというと右のふくらはぎとかハムストリングが基本なるときはなるとは思うので、あんまり転筋っていうのは今までにはないかなと思います。
Did you expect to be able to make your next start next Wednesday?
そうですね、さっきも言いましたけど、まず体調をしっかり戻したいなとは思うので、それができれば今まで通りのスケジュールで投げれるんじゃないかなと思ってます。
Are you confident this is not going to impact your pitching going forward, though? Obviously, you'll see how you feel tomorrow, but are you confident this won't impact your pitching going forward?
What is it?
Are you confident this won't impact your pitching going forward?
そうですね、明日はまず休みがあるので、はい、明日しっかり休んで、また明後日体調を整えて出場したいなと思ってます。
Dave, Shohei shared with us just the cramping he was experiencing was in his right hip, so kind of there in the first inning. Do you think, though, that's maybe what's been, whether it's hindering the swing at times and obviously the results today for him?
You know, I don't know. I think as far as today, certainly there was some cramping, some hip tightness that affected the pitching, and you can see him kind of banging his hip, trying to loosen it up. I don't know how long he's been dealing with it. I know he mentioned to me that the humidity kind of, you know, made his body respond a certain way. I don't know how much it's affected his hitting, though.
With that, he's hopeful that he'll make his next start. Do you feel like just kind of tomorrow's a good day to recover and see how he feels kind of going from there?
I think so, yeah. And I think that if you're looking at Shohei, the next time we're thinking about is next Wednesday, so he'll have a week. It'll be at home, so there won't be humidity to deal with.
Did you have going in after the first that he was kind of feeling something there?
No, I didn't. I know that, you know, he was more focused today as far as kind of having a different edge to him, but I didn't know that there was, you know, hip tightness or anything like that. I just saw a funky throw. The follow through just didn't look right, and I think he was on the one right before that pitch I came out, and then he threw another pitch, and I just didn't see the finish the right way, so I went out.